Hi, I'm Claire Akin with Indigo Marketing Agency, and thank you so much for joining me today for the truth about marketing for financial advisors and what we do and how we can help you market your firm. Now, I get a lot of questions from advisors out there about what's included in our total marketing package. So today, I want to show you everything that we do for independent financial advisors like you to help them grow their business through referrals and to get in front of new people that you don't already know. So I'm going to walk you through the truth about marketing for advisors, the basic philosophies that you need to understand from a marketing perspective, and I'll tell you the only 2 ways that financial advisors ever get new clients today. Finally, we'll walk through every step of the process that we do for advisors like you, and if you stick around till the end, I'll give you a chance to save $500 on your marketing package and get started now. I hope you enjoy the broadcast. All right, so first of all, I just want to thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your day and your busy schedule to learn about marketing. I will not let you down. I'm going to tell you a lot of things about marketing that you maybe haven't thought of before, and you're going to learn about what advisors are doing from a marketing perspective and how we can help you. So maybe you heard about us from online, maybe you came across the blog or watched a video or watched one of our other webinars, or maybe you were referred by one of the advisors that we work with. In any case, I really appreciate you taking the time. I'm going to move quickly because I know you guys are really busy, and you can always watch the replay of this webinar if you miss anything. So I'm going to talk about what we do and how we can help financial advisors like you, and I'll go through exactly what's included in our total marketing package. And as you watch this webinar, I just want you to think about if a webinar like this would be helpful for you to follow up with your prospects, or for you to reach out to people who may be wondering what you do and how you help, because that's also a service that we provide financial advisors. So let me tell you a little bit about my story. So I'm a former investment advisor. I used to be with LPL Financial. I got into the business because my dad's a financial advisor with LPL. I believe he's the 5th longest tenured advisor with LPL. He started way back in 1981. And so that's how I got into this industry. And I grew up working with him, running his marketing. And I became a financial advisor after I got my master's degree and worked with him for several years. And I still help him with his marketing today. I also have a bachelor's degree from UC Davis in economics, a master's degree in marketing from UC San Diego, and I'm a lecturer at UCLA Extension in their CFP course. We work with about 200 top independent financial advisors, so that's all we do. We don't work with any type of other professionals. We just work with independent financial advisors, and so we understand what you guys are going through, what you need, and how to move the needle from a marketing perspective. So it's my mission to help independent financial advisors to serve more people. I know what you guys do is so critically important, not only to the people that you work with, but to our communities and to the world. I really believe in the value of independent financial advice, that it's as important as medicine or law or certainly accounting or anything like that. I really believe in the power of how you guys are helping people to have brighter futures, to feel more confident, to reduce the fears that they have around their financial future. And so it's incredibly important work that you guys are doing, and it's my mission to maximize your results so that you can serve more of the people that you care about. And I know how much a difference it makes when you can get new clients and do what you love to do and what you're meant to do without spending too much money or getting frustrated. And so it's my mission to minimize the amount of time that you spend and help you enjoy your business and your life more as you serve more people and become more successful. So let's talk about your story. So there's a lot of things going on in the financial services industry. So there's an increase in competition. There's downward pressure on fees. There's robo-advisors. There's millennials who don't even understand why you would need an advisor. And when you combine that with what worked in the past from a marketing perspective doesn't work anymore, it can be really frustrating if you're an older advisor who doesn't understand marketing. It can be really frustrating and upsetting that, maybe what you did in the past, seminars or direct mailings, that doesn't work and it's gotten more and more expensive and you need a new solution. And so there's a lot of expensive marketing schemes out there that waste money, and I don't want you to fall prey to some of those traps. And at the end of the day, I talk to advisors all the time who are confused, they're frustrated, and they're ready to throw in the towel. They like what they do, but they don't like struggling to hustle up new business, and they're ready to retire or sell their business because they don't know that there's another way. So let's talk about, whether or not you even need new clients. My dad, he is 73 years old now, and he doesn't necessarily want new clients because he golfs 3 days a week. But what about you? If you're watching this webinar, it's probably because you want to grow your business and you need new clients. So you're, of course, losing some clients each year. Maybe people get divorced and the wife takes all the money. Maybe they give it to their kids and their kids are going to manage the money themselves. Maybe some of your older clients are dying. Maybe your retired clients are taking withdrawals. The market declines could lower your assets under management. And so you need new clients because if you're not growing, you're dying. And so do you have a strategy in place to deliver new clients on a regular basis? And there's a lot of marketing challenges for advisors. The biggest challenge that I hear about all the time is compliance. You don't want to have any compliance violations. It could totally affect your business. So anything you do has to be compliant. And so if a normal marketer that's not familiar with our industry comes to you, pitching Facebook ads or Google ads or, Yelp reviews, that's not going to work in this industry. And so it's really important to start with a firm that is familiar with compliance. You also are busy, and I'll talk about that more in a little bit. It's a complex industry, so a lot of people don't understand our industry or why people choose a financial advisor, why people, how people evaluate different advisory firms, and so it's important to understand that. Also, on top of being a complex industry, you probably have a unique specialty, so you're not just like every other financial advisor out there. So I'll talk about how to get over that hurdle. It's also a very different skill set. So, what you're doing from a financial planning perspective involves a lot of math, a lot of data, a lot of logic. Marketing sometimes can also be more of an art and more of a trial and error situation. So it is a very different skill set. Also demands a lot of language and writing skills that you may or may not have. And unfortunately or fortunately, there's a lot of technology involved in marketing today. And so I'll talk about that more a little bit later, but you may not be interested in learning the different technologies that you need to use for digital marketing. And at the end of the day, you're probably overwhelmed by marketing and you don't know where to start, and you don't feel like you can throw good money at the problem and solve it. And so I'm going to talk to you about the real solution that is working for top advisors out there today. So let's talk about your job. So as an independent advisor, it's crazy the amount of different hats that you have to wear. And so, of course, you have to do financial planning. You have to help your clients with their financial plans. You also probably are doing a lot of investment management. You also have to service your clients. You have to keep them happy. You have to return their phone calls. You have to, do all that client service. And you're an entrepreneur. You're running a business. You have to get your website up and running. You have to pay taxes. You have to have an accountant. You have to do your bookkeeping. You have to hire and fire staff. You have to make sure that your internet is working and that it's compliant. You, of course, have to meet with your compliance officer and make sure that everything that you're doing is approved from a compliance perspective. And then on top of all that, you have to do continuing education and maintain your licenses. Are there any other professionals that have so much on their plate? I'm not sure if there are. So do you have time to add marketing to this mix? So let's talk about the marketing technologies. If you were going to do this yourself, the technologies that you would need to use. So these are the technologies that we use just for our most basic marketing package. So we need your website platform. So maybe it's WordPress, maybe it's FMG Suite, maybe it's Advisor Websites, whatever platform your website is on. We also use MailChimp or Constant Contact to do your email marketing. We use Hootsuite to manage your social media profiles. We use Google My Business. We use Google Search Console. We use Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Orado, and Smarsh to monitor your social media accounts, Calendly to schedule a call with you, FMG Suite if that's your website. So the list goes on. And of course, all of these technologies need to be approved by your compliance department. So we work with you on which are approved for your use and which aren't, and we will put together a solution that works for your compliance department. But it's a lot of technologies to learn that you probably don't have the time or the interest to really delve into. And the trap is that no one will tell you what works in marketing today for advisors. So I talk to advisors. I spend at least 10 hours a week on the phone with independent advisors. And I ask them, the first thing I say is, what are you doing right now from a marketing perspective? And they tell me, maybe they're spending $4,000 per year on their website. That's average. Maybe they're doing $6,000 per event dinner seminars, and maybe they get 1 or 2 clients out of those. There's even people that are spending $25,000 on webinars and Facebook ads. So we have a webinar process process, but it is only $2,500. So there's a lot of people out there taking your money and not necessarily delivering results. And so you want to really take a good hard look at your marketing and figure out if these efforts are getting you new clients and supporting your marketing presence in the way that you want to. So let me tell you a little bit about why I care. So this is my dad, and I mentioned he's an advisor. He's been one since, he started out with Prudential selling life insurance back in 1971. And so he's been in this business a long time. And so on the left is a picture when I was 5 at the school play. I was an angel. And then on the right was I was 30 on my wedding day. And so I've seen my dad go through this process that you may have gone through where, in the old days, it was easy to get new clients for him. He set up a table at the local hospital where he had a lot of clients, and he would tell them about their TSA, and he would sign them up right then and there. But that doesn't work anymore. People are busier than ever. People are less likely to set a meeting with you. They're wary of meeting in person. It's harder to get new clients, and the way that people choose a financial advisor has changed because the way that we research anything has changed with the internet. You don't even go out to dinner without Googling the restaurant and checking out the reviews. And so the internet has changed everything, especially how advisors market successfully. And I've seen my dad get frustrated, get, fed up with marketing, not know how to grow his business. And I care deeply about the advisors that I work with, and I want to help them to adapt to the world we live in today. So it's my mission to change the way you think about marketing forever, to uncover the truth about marketing for advisors, and to put you in control of your future, because at the end of the day, that's what makes people happy, if they're in control of their destiny. So a lot of people will overcomplicate marketing, and I don't want you to feel like marketing is something that you can't understand. You are much smarter than many of the marketers out there. As a financial advisor, you understand complex stock markets and bond markets and investments. So there's nothing that you can't understand about marketing. Don't let anyone tell you that it's too complicated. It's not. So what we want to do is just simplify these complex ideas into a consistent, repeatable process. How do you get new clients? Where do you find them? How can we do it again and again each month? So I want to tell you the truth about marketing for financial advisors, and it may not be what you're expecting. So this is, an average cocktail party. We think about people tell you, oh, just network to get new clients, and maybe that works if you're a real estate agent or a mortgage broker, or, some other professional. But as a financial advisor, you know how personal your business is. Can you imagine going up to somebody at a cocktail party or a dinner party and saying, how much money do you make? What's your net worth? How much debt do you have? What are your deepest fears and dreams? These are the most personal questions that you could ask somebody. A lot of times people's spouses don't even know how much money they make or how much debt they have. It's incredibly personal, emotion-laden topics. And so you can't expect somebody that you just meet briefly to work with you. It's a process where they need to know you and get to trust you over time. And so that's why it's such a hard sell. On top of all that, you have incredible inertia to work with. So if you're meeting with a new prospect, either they don't have a financial advisor and they manage their own money, and they've been doing that probably for 30 or 40 years, or they have worked with a financial advisor and they're stuck with that advisor, and it's going to be a lot of work to tell the advisor they're moving their money, fill out all the paperwork. So why, with all the options available to them, including doing nothing, which is the most probable option, should they pick you? And so that's an incredibly hard question that you need to answer. And it's not like they're buying a handbag or a pair of shoes where maybe you buy 2 or 3 a year. It's a choice that maybe they make once or twice in a lifetime. So it's an incredibly high stakes buying decision. And so that's why marketing for financial advisors is so difficult. Don't feel intimidated if you think that other advisors are getting new clients on Facebook or, with mailings or doing podcasts or radio shows. It's tough to get a new client, and advisors out there are all struggling. And so it's not something that you should feel like you're failing at if it's hard for you to build and grow your business. So how are advisors really getting new clients? Well, I'm going to tell you. First of all, referrals. We know that the number one way that people choose a financial advisor is through a referral. And we know that that's the number one way advisors get new clients. Well, how do you get referrals? People ask their friends, family, or coworkers who they think are successful for a referral. And so that is how you're going to get most of your new clients. The second way is because they're a specialist. So maybe you work with small business owners and minimizing their taxes, and maybe you help them save a lot for retirement in the last 10 years before they retire. And so if I'm a business owner that wants to minimize my taxes and catch up for retirement in a hurry, I may work with you. And the third way that advisors out there really think that people are getting their financial advisors is strangers on the internet. So maybe they're doing a Google search. This doesn't happen all that often, but I will argue that strangers on the internet are only going to pick you to work with because you're a specialist in the need that they have. But, you may be saying, well, what about center of influence referrals? Well, why would a center of influence like a CPA or a lawyer or, somebody like that refer one of their clients to you? That's because you're a specialist in the problem that they're looking to solve. So maybe they are looking to pass on a lot of wealth to their children, and that's what you specialize in. Maybe it's a CPA whose client says, hey, I want to, pass on all this wealth to my kids before, they need the money now, not later. So maybe that's what you do, is intergenerational wealth transfer. And so the CPA refers to you because you're a specialist. What about client events? It's good to have client events, and sometimes your clients bring their friends and introduce you. Well, that's a referral from an existing client. What about seminars? Well, the only reason someone goes to a seminar is because they need help with the problem that you're solving. What about web searches for XYZ service, retirement planning for widows? That's because you're a specialist. And the only way you're going to come up for those Google searches is if your website and your content is built around that specialty. What about direct mail? Well, maybe you do Social Security mailers because you're a Social Security specialist. So you get my point here. And networking, of course, is just more referrals. So there really are only two ways that financial advisors get new clients: from referrals or because they're a specialist. So that said, let's talk about if you really want new clients. And so a lot of advisors that come to me, maybe we talk about their marketing, we talk about what they've done in the past, and it becomes clear that they don't really want to put in the work to get new clients. So before you work with our firm, I ask that you be honest with yourself. Do you really want new clients? Do you want to have to support new clients? Do you want to have to take their phone calls? Do you want to do the onboarding process? Do you want to do all the client service for new people coming in the door? And if the answer is yes, then let's talk about how. So price is what you pay, value is what you get. And let's think about how valuable a new client is to you. So how much is a new client worth? If a new client has $500,000 in assets and you charge a 1% advisory fee, that's $5,000 per year in revenue. Say a client typically stays with you about 20 years on average. Say they're 50 when they come to you, and maybe they're going to live to 70, or they're going to run out of money by then. Maybe so in that situation, they have a $100,000 lifetime value. But what if during those 20 years they refer two of their friends that are similar? Well, that means you get two new clients at $100,000 lifetime value. And so that new client that you got could have a $300,000 lifetime value. So before you think, it's too expensive to invest in your marketing, think about how much a new client is really worth to you. And then think about how much work you're willing to put in. So there are a lot of good strategies that work for financial advisors. Let's talk about cold calling. My first job out of college was cold calling. It was at Northwestern Mutual. Maybe some of you listening worked at Northwestern Mutual. What they do is they sign you up, and you're so excited because it's your first real job, and they sit you in a cubicle and they say, okay, call everyone you've ever met, your friends, family, your long lost aunt, your grandma, your cousins, and you try to sell them life insurance. And it was a hard realization for me that wasn't what I wanted to do. But guess what? It works. If you call enough people, cold calling, and you talk to them and you ask about them and their needs, you can sell life insurance and financial planning. So it works, but are you willing to put in the work? What about public speaking? What about hosting seminars? What about networking? What about recording a webinar? What about writing a book on your specialty? Now, these are all things that work for top advisors who are our clients. These are things that move the needle and bring new clients in the door for them. The problem is you may not be willing to do all of these things. So the question becomes, what if you could reliably get more clients that you love without doing anything? And that's the challenge at Indigo Marketing Agency that we look to solve, is we know that you're busy. We know that you don't have time to do your marketing. You don't want to do cold calling. You don't want to, speak at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday night in a community center. So we need to do it for you. And so that's the solution we've come up with. So what type of new clients do you really want to work with? And this is at the heart of your marketing. So of course we could run Facebook ads and get people off the internet who have a bunch of debt and maybe have saved, a few tens of thousands of dollars. Those are not the people that you want taking up your time. You want high quality prospects that you love to work with. So I encourage you to make a list of your top 10 clients, not by assets, but by your favorite people to meet with. So when you have them on the calendar that day, you're looking forward to it. Make a list of those people and ask yourself, what do they have in common? How did they find you? Why did they choose to work with you? What urgent problem do you solve for them? And that is at the heart of your marketing, and that's the new clients that we want to find for you. So how can you get more clients? You can increase your referrals, embrace a specialty or even two, and you can increase your marketing activity to these ends. And that's really what we do for our advisors. So let's talk about embracing a specialty. First of all, your specialty is going to be what you do, who you serve, and how it benefits them. So I help independent financial advisors to grow their assets under management with a minimum investment of their time. That's what I do. But for you, maybe it's a fiduciary wealth manager that helps physicians catch up for retirement in a hurry. Maybe it's a retirement advisor that helps Intel employees secure income for life. Maybe it's independent retirement planning for federal employees. So whatever it is for you, we help you figure that out, and then we build your marketing engine around your specialty. The riches are in the niches. You may have heard this before, but I just want to really kind of hit this point home, because if you don't believe this, or if you're not willing to embrace a specialty, your marketing is not going to work and we can't help you. So let me tell you a little bit of a story. So back in college, actually in high school, I started being a babysitter. So in high school, I would babysit, 3 kids at a time, and I would make, $15 an hour. But when I got to college, I got a little smarter, and I thought, I want to make more money, and I want to be able to, choose who I work with. So I became a specialist in babysitting twins under a year old. So, I read a bunch of books. I love twins. I ended up, just saying that was my specialty. I got my first client of twins who were 6 months old, and I was able to manage. I kept my head above water, and I became the twin baby babysitter. And other parents would introduce me of, other twin parents that they knew, because these people all roll in the same circles. I was able to get $20 an hour for babysitting these twin babies, because parents will pay, whatever, if you have the experience to help them sleep at night and to help them work while their kids are with you. And so by becoming a specialist, I commanded a higher willingness to pay. I got more referrals. It was easy for me to find prospects. If I needed a new family, I would just go to a twin event and hand out my business card. And it was easier to close new clients because I understood the pain points. I understood that you have to get them to nap at the same time so they're on the same schedule, that they can be fearful if they're not together, so that you need to do certain things to keep them on the same schedule and keep them next to each other so that they sleep better. And so all of these challenges that twin parents have, I was able to relate to them and I was able to solve. And so that is how I realized that becoming a specialist is really how you command a higher willingness to pay, get more referrals, and make your marketing work for you. And so this is a great experiment that we ran in an entrepreneurship group that I'm a part of. So this on the left, there is this generic indoor plant food. And this is a landing page where people run ads on the internet, and someone goes to this page and they either click to buy it on Amazon or they don't. And on the right, this is a specialty plant food for this one specific house plant. It happens to be the most popular house plant in the world. So on the left, people would get to this page and they'd say, house plant food, I don't know, I'm not interested. 1.7% of people would click through. On the right, 53% of people clicked through because they thought, wow, that's my plant. I have one of those plants. I need this plant food. These people understand me. These people are going to know this plant food is going to work for the plant that I have. 53% conversion, which is just off the charts when it comes to internet marketing. More than half people click through to buy the plant food. And so this is just a data-driven example that when you embrace a specialty, you think that maybe you're alienating people, but instead you're not. You're incredibly increasing your conversion rate by over 30 times. And the same is true for financial advisors. So what makes Indigo Marketing different? Specialization. All of the advisors that work with us are specialists in one way or another. And if you don't have a specialty right now, that's okay. We will help you develop your specialty and develop your content calendar to reach your specific area of expertise. So I want to just walk you through an example of some of the advisors we work with, just to give you some ideas about the content that we create. So this advisor, this was such a cool campaign. So Bristol Myers Squibb closed their pension plan. And so people had 90 days to make a decision of whether they take a lump sum or whether they roll over the assets. And, everybody at this huge company was talking about this. So they recorded this webinar on what people should do, the considerations they should be aware of, what are their options. And then we used LinkedIn and Facebook ads to target people at the company, get them to watch the webinar. So this is a great example of a very specialist campaign that's really easy to do if you have a marketing firm that understands your business working for you. And so they could also download a report. Say they don't have time to watch a webinar, sure, download this report. And then this is the report where, what does the pension termination entail? What's the process? What are your options? So this is just a quick report we put together and that they use to follow up with prospects, to get in front of new people, and to demonstrate their expertise in this specific area that I guarantee you there's no other financial advisors in the world that were specialists in this area. So what is your differentiator? What is the one urgent problem you solve for a specific group? That is what's going to be at the heart of your marketing strategy and what we're going to embrace through your marketing. And a common comment I get at this point is advisors saying, well, I don't want to alienate anyone. Not all of my clients are women, or not all of my clients are engineers, or, whatever it is. So what we do here is we have two specializations for most of our advisor clients. We have a broad specialization and a very narrow specialization. So what I mean by that is, your key specialization, employees of the Intel Corporation, and then a broad specialization that everybody else falls into. So here's some examples. Pharmaceutical reps and retirees, business owners and individuals. Like, who is not a business owner or an individual? Intel employees and busy professionals. Almost everybody that this advisor wants to work with is either an Intel employee or a busy professional. And so whatever it is for you, we'll create a dual specialization so that everybody, when they come to your website, feels at home. So let's talk about our experience and why you'd want to hire us. So we have 10 years of marketing experience for top independent financial advisors. We have 200 top independent financial advisor clients and climbing. This slide is a little bit dated. Thousands of experiments we've tried. So we've wasted the money so that you don't have to. We've tried all kinds of Facebook ads and Google ads and YouTube videos, everything that you think might work. We've tried it and we've proven, is it a valuable investment for advisors that works, or is it a waste of money? And so now we have one proven process that we do for our advisors. So the main thing with your marketing, whether you work with us or another firm, is I want to encourage you to avoid making costly mistakes, because what happens when you make big marketing mistakes is, first of all, you waste a lot of money, and maybe you've done this in the past. You've tried marketing schemes that don't work. But probably more importantly, you waste your time. And then also you get frustrated with your marketing and you get burnt out. You want to give up on marketing altogether. It's not your fault that you were conned into doing some marketing scheme that didn't work out. That doesn't mean, tried and true marketing processes won't work in the future. But at the end of the day, if you make costly marketing mistakes, you're unhappy with your business and your life. And so I want to encourage you to invest 20% of your time and effort and marketing budget to get 80% of the results. And we know that the things that we do provide 80% of the marketing traction for advisors with a minimum investment of their time. So this is the Pareto principle, and it works for investing, it works for gardening, it works for everything, especially it works for marketing. So our marketing package drives referrals. That is the main point. And so I don't want to tell you that you're going to get this influx of clients off of the internet and get 12 phone calls a day from people that found you on Yelp. And that's not the way people choose an advisor, and that's not how marketing works. First and foremost, we're going to drive referrals by helping people understand what you do, how you help, and how to refer people they know who need your help. Second, we're going to help you embrace a specialty so it's easier to command a higher willingness to pay and to find the people you want to help. Third, and probably most important, is we do your marketing for you, because the only way that marketing works is if it gets done on a regular basis. And if you be honest with yourself, you probably don't have the time to put into your marketing. And what happens with advisors is as soon as they do marketing that works, they get busy, right? Because you have new clients coming in. And so you stop doing your marketing, and then it creates these ebbs and flows in your success. And so it's important to keep fueling the fire every single month in good times and bad so that your business grows no matter what. So we provide for you a baseline marketing presence you should be proud to have. So if you're out there, you own your own business, and someone asks you, do you guys have a Facebook page? Are you on LinkedIn? Are you on Google My Business? Do you send out marketing emails? How do you feel when people ask those questions? Are you embarrassed? Are you overwhelmed? Do you feel like maybe you're missing out on, potential new clients, or maybe you should be doing that, but you're not sure where to start? We want you to feel that your marketing is rock solid, that your brand is airtight, that people see you on Facebook, they see you on LinkedIn, all of your profiles look great, your website looks great, that you're doing everything you can be doing. So this is our marketing package. First of all, we manage your website for you. So whether you're with FMG, WordPress, any website platform, we manage it for you. We also do your search engine optimization, your social media accounts. We handle Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter for you, so you don't have to. We do your content marketing each and every month. We create custom marketing for you that goes out by email, on your website, across social media. So of course we run your email marketing engine, and we even do webinars for you. So the webinars are an additional cost, but we tie them into your marketing. So if you do want to get really aggressive and do a webinar, we use them through our monthly marketing package. So we do everything that you should be doing with a minimum investment of your time, customized to your specific niche, guaranteed to get done on time. So our total marketing package has low prices. We really keep our prices very low. A lot of advisors say, this sounds too good to be true. It's because you can cancel any time. So we deliver an incredible value, and you can cancel any month that you want to. There's no contracts, there's no commitments, there's no obligations. We have a 97% retention rate. Our average client has been with us for 3+ years. And so we keep our prices low because we want to work with you forever. So how does it work? I'm going to walk you through exactly what it looks like. So first of all, your website. Not only do we manage your website for you, so if you want to make any changes to it, we log in and make them, but also we make it convert better by adding things that we know help to convert prospects who are visiting your site. So your website supports all of your referrals and your leads. Would you give your life savings to someone without typing their name into Google? Of course you wouldn't. That would be irresponsible of you. And so we know 9 out of 10 prospects who are even referred to you by somebody that they trust will still type your name into Google and check out your website and maybe your LinkedIn profile. So we clarify who you serve on your website. So we help you choose your niche, and then we put it loud and proud right in front on your website. So when people get to your site, they think, wow, this advisor is going to understand the challenges I'm facing. Then we share your story. So we create personal content. So this post that we do for all of our advisors, Why I Became a Financial Advisor, is always the most visited page on their website. People love to hear your story. We make it personal. We make it compelling. We write it for you so you don't have to. And we know that it really resonates with clients. So not only do people get to know, like, and trust you through reading this, but it also makes you more memorable because people remember stories better than they remember information. And so we share your story through your content. We add a sample financial plan. So if you ask yourself, on your website now, is there a sample financial plan? 9 out of 10 advisors don't have one. And it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Because we wouldn't, buy a car without test driving it, or we wouldn't, even buy something at Costco without taking a sample. So people want to see what they're going to buy before they take the time and the energy to meet with you and work with you. And so adding a sample financial plan is one of the ways to get a lot more hits on your website and for people to understand what they're buying and what your process is. Then we add an online calendar scheduler, and this is a game changer for a lot of our advisors. So the reality is that people are busy at work and they're busy in their lives, and the time that it's most likely for them to take action when it comes to their financial plan is at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday night. Well, the problem is your office is closed, and so we want to give them an easy way to take the next step so that they can go to bed feeling like they have solved that problem. So maybe they have a fight with their spouse about money, or maybe they check their bank account and they realize that they need to do something about their financial plan. Maybe they look at their retirement account and they don't know when they can retire, if they ever can. And so at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday night, can they tick that box and say, I've taken action, I can go to sleep and sleep well tonight? So that is what an online appointment scheduler is all about. So we want to make it easy for them to take the next step on your website. So the next thing that we do for you is your search engine optimization. And this is a really powerful package. We spent 2 years developing this package, and we wanted to make it incredibly powerful and to be a one-time investment for you. And so we have run this package for hundreds of advisors, and it is powerful and it lasts forever. So if you don't change your physical location or your website address, the work we do for your search engine optimization package will get you new visits to your website forever into the future. So here is an advisor with no SEO work. So you see that if you Google for their name or the firm name, their website may come up, but there's no other information that comes up. Here is a proper listing. So you see on the right-hand side, they have their business listed with Google My Business, their hours, their phone number. They are on a map. So if people are searching from a mobile device, they can click to get directions. They can click to call. They can figure out whether or not the office is open. And so this is what we want your firm to look like. They can take a look at pictures of your logo, your team, etc. And so if they're looking on a map, we want you to show up on the map. So say they're searching for financial advisor near me, we'll have your firm come up. And if they're searching from a mobile device, they can easily call, go to the website, share with a friend. So this is really important. So say one of your clients is having lunch with one of their friends or a family member. They're typically on their phone at lunch, right? So they say, oh yeah, I need to introduce you to my financial advisor. Let me pull it up. If you're not on Google Maps or Google My Business, it's hard for them to share your contact information on their mobile device. And so it's really important to have a proper listing. We also, this is a Google My Business listing, and so you can see all the information here, and you can even click to schedule an appointment. And we publish your post to your Google My Business profile and your events. And so you can see when someone goes to this advisor's Google My Business profile, they can see their upcoming events and they can see their most recent blog posts that we've created for them. And this really works. And so this is just a before and after of our SEO package, and it's like a credit report. It takes time to work, and the earlier you do it, the earlier it starts to gain momentum. But this is just a 30-day before and after impact. So we doubled the organic visits to their site in 30 days, and this is common for our SEO package. And so if you want to get new traffic to your website forever, you really want to invest in your SEO. And so let's talk about the next thing that we do, which is your social media presence. So we set up and optimize all of your social media profiles for you and get them compliance approved. So first of all, we set up LinkedIn profiles for everybody on your team. We make sure they look consistent so they're well branded and everyone knows they work at your firm. We also do your LinkedIn company page and link all of the people on your team to that page. Then we create your Facebook business page, as well as your Twitter profile. So it's important, as I go through these slides, these are all consistent. They match the website, they match the branding. It's a professional, consistent social media presence across all platforms. And then we update and share content across all of your channels on a regular basis. So you don't need to worry about posting to social media. We do it for you. And then what's really exciting are our LinkedIn sequences, which are included in the total marketing package. So what we do here is we are getting in front of new people that you don't already know. And so these are our LinkedIn sequence results. What we do is we reach out to new prospects who you're not already connected with custom messages just for you to grow your network and encourage action. I'll show you how it works. So here's an example. Remember that Bristol-Myers Squibb report? Here's an advisor that reaches out and says, thanks for connecting. I specialize in helping BMS employees know what to do about the recent pension plan closure. I created a free webinar. Here it is. And so for you, it may be different. It may be a link to schedule a 15-minute Q&A, or it may be a link to a report you've created or a video you've shot. Whatever it is for you, we customize it. But here are the results we see in a month. So we send 450 connection requests out for you each month to grow your network. On average, 94 people accept, and those are people that you're connected with forever, that will see the content that we're posting for you forever into the future. 6 people replied to these messages, and 2 meetings were agreed to from this sequence. And so these are pretty typical results that we see from our LinkedIn sequences. And then, the bread and butter of this marketing package is the content marketing that we do for you each and every month. So the goals of content marketing are to keep you top of mind. So we want everybody in your network to remember exactly what you do and how you help. We position you as the subject matter expert in your unique specialization. We give away 90% of what you know. We prompt specific questions about their situation and encourage people to start the conversation. So our content marketing is custom written for you. It tells your story, it's personal, and it encourages referrals. So our content development goes out on your website every time we run a new article. We get it approved, we make any required compliance changes, we upload it to your website, we share it by email, and we share it across social media for you. And we know the topics that work for advisors, and these are just a few examples. So why I became a financial advisor, what we do and how we can help. Case studies of clients we've helped in the past. So we will call your clients and do a client profile of the issues that you've helped them solve and how it's bettered their lives. Of course, we get these compliance approved. They're not testimonials, they're client profiles or case studies. And so it depends on your broker-dealer, but with LPL Financial, we've gotten many of these approved. So talk to me more about that after the presentation. See a sample financial plan, make an appointment online, and did you know we run on referrals? It's important to let your existing clients know that you are never too busy to help somebody that they care about, that you are taking on new clients, and that you depend on their referrals. And this is a really key message to get out there at least once a year. We also can do any, personal messages you want to get out there. Maybe you hired a new person, or maybe you're having an event, or, maybe you want to share pictures from your recent vacation. You just send those our way, send an email. We get the content out for you. We make sure it's polished, it's professional, and it tells the story that you want to communicate. And then on top of all of that, we also create an email automation. So you may have thought in the past, when you meet someone new, or you get a new client, or you get a new prospect's email address, what happens? What do they get from you? Are they getting emails from you? Are they getting any follow-up? Well, we build that automation for you. And here's what it looks like. So first, they get your top performing blog post. And that's usually why I became a financial advisor, and it tells your story. Second, they get your second top performing blog post. A lot of times it's case studies, how we've helped our clients. This helps people understand what you do and the problems that you solve. And then third, they get a call to action. So you can make an appointment online. So whatever it is for you, we create this custom email automation. So every single person that you add to your email list gets a consistent follow-up, encouraging them to start the conversation. Here's another example, and this is for the campaign that I showed you earlier. So they'll get, thanks for watching our webinar. We look forward to meeting you, and schedule a free phone call. And these go 4 days apart. So when someone watches the webinar, they get a replay and they get some information about the firm itself. So thanks for watching our webinar. The next one they get is, we look forward to meeting you. Here's a link to schedule a call. And then schedule your free phone call. And there's another link. And so then after this, we add them to the normal email list, so they get all of your monthly content forever. So when they come to a point of urgency, when they need to have financial planning in their lives, they will think of you because they get your emails each and every month. So what about compliance? So all content we create is approved in advance. We make any compliance changes, and we work with your compliance department to use social media archiving software. So let's talk about our team. A lot of people are interested, how do we run this whole system? So we have a new client coordinator. She's amazing. We have content coordinators. We have an SEO specialist. We have 8 writers. We have writers who are specialists in faith-based financial planning, in pension plans, in financial planning for universities and institutions. So whatever your specialty is, we have a writer that we can match you with. And then we also have a social media guru who does all of our social media posts for all of our clients. So this is Tammy. She's our new client coordinator, and she's amazing. So she is a productivity and virtual assistant specialist. And so she runs a team of virtual assistants, and she's just really good at managing projects and tasks. So I hired her to really hold the hands of our new clients and make it easy for you to come on board. So she will work with you to gather up all your information. She sets up and optimizes all your social media profiles. She sets up your Google Analytics and all your technologies. She creates your email marketing engine, and she really just holds your hand and makes it easy for you to come on board. This is Mike, and Mike and Tammy are really the brains behind the operation. He's our SEO specialist. He also does website design if you need help with your website, but he works to create a keyword strategy for your SEO project. And so every place is different and every advisor is different. So he runs a full report on your website and on the search volume for different keywords in your area, so that we can pick the keywords that we know will make an impact on your business, that we can get you into that top 3 or 5 search results. So he sets up your Google My Business profile, updates your website, and lists your business with 20 plus search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing, Apple Maps, the Chamber of Commerce, Better Business Bureau. And these things all work together to tell Google that you are who you say you are and to get more traffic to your website each month. And then once you're done with Tammy and Mike and your account is set up, they hand you off to Lori. And Lori's amazing. She is a mother of 4 children and she's a former school administrator. So I don't know anybody as organized as a mother of 4 children who works full time. And so she is a really great content coordinator. It's her job to keep you on schedule and keep you on task. And so she'll reach out to you each and every month. She creates your annual marketing calendar. She sends you your articles each month. She makes any edits. She makes any compliance changes, and she keeps you on schedule. She's the one that you interface with all the time, and she's fantastic. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. What does it cost? Like I said, our pricing is really, really fair for the value that we deliver. So the one-time setup fee is $1,999. That includes your whole SEO package, optimizing your social profile, setting up your email marketing, creating your annual marketing calendar, and setting up your entire account. On an ongoing month-to-month basis, we have automatic payments of $495 per month. You can cancel anytime, but that includes everything that I've told you about. So creating and writing your articles each month, making edits, making compliance changes, uploading it to your website, sending it out by social media, sharing manually to all of your social media profiles, as well as posting to all your social media accounts on a regular basis. We also include those LinkedIn campaigns that we told you about and everything else that I've talked about in this presentation for $495 per month. So what's the process to get started? I really encourage you to get started today because we do have a limited number of advisors we take on each month because we have to make sure that we have the bandwidth to give them A+ client service. So to get started, Tammy will gather your information. You take a quick online survey about your background, your story, and we create a style guide that we use to write all of your articles in the future from that survey. And then we create your marketing calendar and send it to you for review. As soon as you approve it, we're off to the races, and each month we do your content for you. So the time commitment from you is 2 hours up front, give or take. You know, if you're really efficient, you could probably do it in an hour. If you're not so tech savvy, maybe it'll take you 2 hours, but Tammy will walk you through everything that you need to do. And then on an ongoing basis, it's our goal to have you invest less than 1 hour per month. So if you did this on your own, I guarantee you it would take you at least 20 hours per month to learn all the systems, to write the content, to deploy it, to do all the social media work. So you can save up to 20 hours per month. And the best part is that you have no contracts or commitments. You could see if you like it, see if it works. Our client satisfaction is 9 out of 10. People love our services, and 9 out of 10 advisors would recommend us to another advisor. So the results are proactive client communication. So in good times and bads, we are staying in front of your clients every single month with content that's relevant to them. You control your message. So you're not putting out canned content that maybe doesn't make sense for your firm or that you don't agree with the investment philosophies or anything like that. You control your message completely. You have higher client satisfaction because they're hearing from you all the time, and they have a greater awareness of what you do, so it's easy for them to refer you. So I know you're an advisor, so you're data-driven. Let's talk about the data. The results are we expect a 50% increase in traffic to your website, 100% more exposure on social media, more referrals in 3 to 5 months, more new clients, and a professional marketing presence that you can be proud of. So at the end of the day, you know, how does this change your life? At the end of the day, you're getting more referrals of the clients that you want to work with. You're minimizing the investment of your time, and you're having a better business that's growing and a happier life because you feel like you have a process to reach more people that you want to work with and grow your business. And there's no looming worry in the back of your mind that you should be doing something that you're not doing. So I want to offer you a special offer for 24 hours only. You can save $500 on your setup, so only $14.99 up front. You can lock in your space because we only take on a handful of new clients each month, and you can get your marketing started today so that you don't have to worry about it ever again. So if you have other partners or other advisors that you work with, they may want to watch this webinar. You may want to share it with your team to communicate everything that's included. So go to indigomarketingagency.com/watch now, and they can watch a replay anytime. If you're still not sure if you want to make the jump, I will offer you a special bonus. And so if you're not sure that you really want to do this marketing package, you can save $500 on your setup. You can schedule a free Q&A phone call. If I haven't answered all of your questions, I will go ahead and answer them on our call, and we'll create your annual marketing calendar for you. You don't have to use us. You could do it on your own, or you could have somebody on your team do it for you. But we will brainstorm your specialty with you, create your marketing calendar, and give it to you for free. So go to indigomarketingagency.com/get started now to take advantage advantage of that offer. Sign up today. We can't wait to work with you. And I'm really happy that you took the time to watch this presentation, and I hope it was helpful for you.